Hi everyone, I'm Rose Justina S. Sanchez, second year student taking the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Filipino. The purpose of this video is to discuss the given topic of our instructor in facilitating learning-centered teaching, Ms. Cristal Bonete, which is the TORRANCE framework of creative thinking. As a brief and a short discussion of the creator of TTCT, which is TORRANCE. TORRANCE, known as the father of the modern creativity, also he known in his research of creativity. Then also he was the one who developed and described the framework of creative thinking. There are 4 types of creative thinking, which is not only the process or types of creative thinking or creativity, but it is the common and given described by Torrance. Then, creativity or creative thinking involves divergent thinking or diverge or goes away in a single point. Being a teacher, we should create, synthesize, combine ideas to get new ways in doing things and converge them to evaluate and to use in our teaching. And now, we're going to discuss those terms or those creative thinking styles or types by given the respective aspect by using the keywords and application activities. First type of creative thinking is fluency. Definition: fluency refers to the production of a great number of ideas or alternate solution to a problem. Fluency implies understanding, not just remembering information that is learned. Fluency. Sa fluency, it talks about the quantity, which is sinasabi nga dito, generate a many great ideas. In fluency, one of the question for it is, how many ideas can you come up with? How many ideas can you come up with? Sa fluency, it's not just about talking your information that you remember when you are learning. It implies about the understanding or your understanding in a certain topic, which is nakakapagbigay tayo ng many ideas about doon. Then sabi nga, ang fluency is a number of response which is relevant and not repeated in the list. As a note nga sa fluency, always remember na ang fluency is the number of ideas you have. Keywords for fluency: compare, convert, count, define, describe, explain, identify, label, list, match, name, outline, paraphrase, predict, and summarized. Some application activities listed in fluency are chase a picture and label the part, outline an article you find on your topic. How many uses could you think of for a cloth hanger? Also, we can consider as an application activity is list 15 things that are commonly read or contain red. Like, our example of that is apple, blood, cherry, exit, sign, fire alarm, flag, heart, and etc. Next creative thinking style is flexibility. Definition: flexibility refers to the production of ideas that show a variety of possibility or realm of thought. It involves the ability to see things from different point of view, to use how many different approaches or strategies. Flexibility. It talks about the variety, which is, it says that generate different kinds of ideas. Then, one of the question in flexibility is, can you think another way or another category for looking at the idea? Parang sinasabi, we should find another strategies or approaches to express our thoughts and ideas. Then sabi nga, ang flexibility, the number of shift to another way of looking the question. Then, as a note, always remember na kapag sa flexibility, it talks about the different categories of your ideas.
For flexibility: change, demonstrate, distinguish, employ, extrapolate, interpolate, interpret, predict. Application ideas or activities listed for flexibility are: what would happen if there were no automobile? How would a dog look to a field? How is blank like blank? How would you feel if you were invisible for a day? Another creative thinking type is elaboration. Definition: elaboration. Elaboration is the process of enhancing ideas by providing more details. Additional details and clarity improves interest in and understanding of the topic.
Elaboration. The word for elaboration is enhance. Elaboration generate ideas that makes the original things better. The question for elaboration is, can you add to your ideas? Can you add to your ideas? That is the one best question for elaboration. Then elaboration, it says that it is the fleshing out of an idea by adding description details or relating it another ideas. Then, as a note for elaboration, always remember that if talking elaboration, it is the details you add to your idea.
Keywords for elaboration: appraised, critic, determine, evaluate, grade, judge, measure, select, test. Application activities or ideas for elaboration: tell your neighborhood about your last family trip using as many details as possible. Then, also describe all the possible characteristics of the red quality in a wagon. Last type of creative thinking is originality. Definition of originality: originality involves the production of ideas that are unique or unusual. It involves synthesize or putting information about a topic back together in a new way.
Originality. The word for originality is unique. Then, this originality generate ideas to are totally new and unique. One of the best questions for originality is, can you think of an idea that no one else has come up? Then, and it says that originality is the uniqueness of a response in comparison with other of the group and similar group. Then, always remember that, or as a note about originality, it says always that thinking ideas that other don't.
Keywords for originality are compose, create, design, generate, integrate, modify, rearrange, reconstruct, reorganize, revised. Application ideas or activity for originality are: find an original use for blank. What would be the strangest way to get out of the bed? Design a new blank that is better than the one you have.
These are the example of difficult and creative question from my some research. Types of creative thinking are fluency, flexibility, elaboration, and originality. Again, kapag fluency, it talks about the number of ideas you have. Then, kapag naman flexibility, it talks about the different categories for your ideas. Then, in elaboration, it talks about the details you add to your ideas. And lastly, in originality, it talks about thinking ideas that other do.